Welcome everyone to my new channel. I'm Professor Pine, and you can expect plenty of educational videos in the future that are about more than just card collecting. I wanted to have a better first video, and I wanted to start last year, but life sometimes just throws those curveballs at you. In this video, we are going over Pokemon card rarity terms or words and what people can, usually, often, or generally expect when it comes to a price range for certain card types in English. We will not be covering Japanese card prices in this video. I want to help everyone who is curious about cards for one reason or another to understand what is being talked about in card-related conversations, and what expectations you might be able to have when someone asks for a specific kind of card. Keep in mind that prices change over time, especially far in the future. Feel free to follow along with a notepad and pencil if you like, and I will write some quick notes on my whiteboard and on my presentation screen to help you remember. Rarities. Rarities are one of the largest factors in Pokemon card value. For Scarlet and Violet in English, the types of rarities are common, uncommon, rare, double rare, ultra rare, Spec rare, illustration rare, special illustration rare, hyper rare, the elusive shiny Pokemon, ultra rare shiny Pokemon, and promo cards. In Japanese, the card rarities are common, uncommon, rare, double rare, Spec rare, art rare, super rare, special art rare, ultra rare, shiny rare, super shiny rare, and promo. We will cover card types and card variants such as holographic variances in another video. How can you judge rarity? What is a rare? A double rare? Good news! The rarities are written on the cards themselves. In Scarlet and Violet cards, when you look on the bottom left-hand side of the card, there are a few codes. Rarity is the last code in the line on that lower left-hand side. One last thing. Most Japanese card sets do not have reverse holo cards. Reverse holo cards are extremely rare in Japanese and are usually reserved for special card sets. More about reverse holos and kinds of card sets in another video. Common and uncommon cards make up most of the cards you will usually receive in a pack of cards. Common cards in English have a dot symbol, and Japanese cards have a C. Common cards are often made up of mostly basic Pokemon, also known as Pokemon that don't require evolution. Uncommon cards have a diamond in English, and a U in Japanese. Uncommon cards are frequently Stage 1 or 2, which are Pokemon that evolve from other Pokemon. There are also single-stage Pokemon, which are Pokemon that do not evolve at all, and do not evolve from other Pokemon that are decently strong, such as Tauros. There are also mythical or legendary Pokemon, and most trainers are also in this tier. Both common and uncommon cards are standard cards that regularly come in both non-holo and reverse holo variants, which means that each of these cards will have at least 2 variants. Most of these cards are worth less than 50 cents. Rare cards have a star symbol or an R. Rare cards contain more powerful Pokemon, made up of evolved Pokemon, single-stage Pokemon, as well as mythicals and legendaries. Rares are not guaranteed in a pack of cards, but these are more powerful standard cards that come in both holo and reverse holo patterns, meaning that they often also have 2 variants. They're usually strictly Pokemon cards, and trainers are rarely ever found in this tier. Cards in this tier are usually worth between 30 cents and 50 cents. Double rare cards refer to Double Black Star or RR and are the most commonly pulled Pokemon EX, including Standard EX, Terra EX, and Stellar EX. EX cards are much stronger than any of the previous rarities, and they set the stage for most of the higher rarity cards. Some of these cards can be more valuable than others depending upon the Pokemon and whether or not they're still able to be used in tournaments. I have seen these types of cards go for as little as 30 cents and all the way up to $12. A massive difference in price. Don't get too excited, as most of these cards tend to hang around the $1 mark, and there are no trainers in this tier. Here is where the names for Japanese and English cards split. I will start with the English name and then follow up with the Japanese name. Ultra rare cards, which have 2 silver stars, and SR super rare cards, refer to what was previously known as full art cards in English. They are mostly made up of Pokemon EX cards. The reason why this change likely happened is because Pokemon started introducing more cards where the entire card had artwork on it. These cards are still particularly stylized with basic Pokemon art that has thick outlines or supporter trainer cards, where one trainer has the focus in the art. In most cases, their prices hover in the $1 to $6 range, but there are some incredible exceptions, like Stellar Pikachu EX from Surging Sparks, which is worth over $30. Remember, that Pikachu is the exception and not the rule. A Spec rare is the same in both English and Japanese, which have the single pink star or ace at the bottom of the card. This tier is of course exclusively Ace Specs, which are extremely powerful trainer cards. Most are worth under $1, some are worth $5, and a few are worth even more for a short time after a new expansion is released. Illustration rares, which have a single gold star, or AR for art rare, are exclusively Pokemon cards once again. They're more commonly found in packs than ultra rare or super rare cards, featuring full artworks that are usually better than ultra rare cards. These cards have standard Pokemon attacks and the like, but are just significantly more beautiful. The values of these cards can vary wildly. Most are worth $2 to $4. A good handful are worth around $10. And a select number are worth around $30 to $40, even though they are considerably more common. This is due to the popularity of the Pokemon and how beautiful the artwork is perceived by the general public. The most beautiful and the most desired cards in Scarlet and Violet are usually in the special illustration tier, which have 2 gold stars in English. These are special art rares in Japanese and have the elusive SAR on the bottom. In the past, these cards were also known as secret art rares, and many people still use this name for them today. This tier is filled with the favorite EX cards and trainers of the set. It is very well possible that you may never get one of these cards, not even an entire 36-pack box of Pokemon cards. There is currently no way to guarantee yourself one of these elusive beauties. The lesser popular cards can be worth in the tens of dollars, but a great number of these cards are worth $100 or more. The most valuable of these cards in 2024 was Special Illustration Pikachu EX, which reached well over $400. Despite the incredible rarity, with 3 gold stars, hyper rares are quite unpopular. In Japan, this tier is called ultra rare. I know, confusing, but the UR at the bottom of the card will help clear that up. These golden version of ultra rare cards are most often anywhere between $5 to $20, But once again, a Pikachu stood out at over $150. Still an exception and not the rule. Shiny Pokemon cards have a gold star that is hollow or an S, and are also fondly known as baby shinies. They are as rare as double rare cards, but only exist in special card sets. Their namesake comes from the specially colored Pokemon surrounded by sparkles and stars, which is extremely rare in the Pokemon world. These cards vary in price based on popularity, most going for around $2 to $5. A select few like Charmander is going for $25, and of course Pikachu, which reaches over $30. Ultra rare shiny cards, or super shiny rare, with 2 gold hollow stars or an SSR, are the full art style ultra rare or super rare cards. They feature those same special shiny Pokemon. Due to how few of these actually exist, and how easy it was for them to pull, people ended up getting more of these cards than they wanted, making most of these worth less than $1, and the top value, Mew, being just over $11. Finally, we are nearing the very end of this video with the final tier. Yet another case of wild values comes the promo cards, and in both languages have promo written on the bottom. Promo is short for promotional. This means that the card is guaranteed with a certain purchase. These are the cards that you'll see on the front of boxes, or if you pre-order cards from certain locations. Cards that you get at pre-order locations, like the GameStop stamped Charmander, are worth more than what you will get with boxed promotional cards. GameStop stamped Charmander is worth $22, whereas Costco Charmander is worth $2, and Super Premium Cosmos Charmander is $5. Special promotional cards that are from the Pokemon Center website are worth significantly more than the regular store counterparts, such as the Charmander from the Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer Box, which is worth $25 normally, but the Pokemon Center version of this card is worth $90 or more. Most promos are relatively valueless, but these ups and downs are what make promotional cards in the promotional tier an excellent jumping off point for this video. That is the end of my fairly in-depth overview on Pokemon card rarities for Scarlet and Violet. Don't be afraid to use the chapters below to go back to a certain part of the video if you would like to review what you learned today, and I hope to see you back again soon.